Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for coming back to watch us again, and if you are a new watcher, thank you so much for doing so. So today we are going to be doing another one of our HelloFresh recipes, and this one is the honeyed halloumi on Chermoula Tabbouleh. I think that is how you say it. And we've had this recipe card, as I said in the previous video, for quite a wee while. We have lots of recipe cards from HelloFresh, Gusto, etc. But this one is a rapid meal. It only takes 20 minutes apparently. It's mildly spiced, one of your 5 a day apparently, and it's a vegetarian meal. So if you guys are looking for a vegetarian option, then this might be the one for you. Now, there aren't that many ingredients in the meal itself, and there are only 6 steps, so it does seem pretty straightforward. What I'll do is just run you through each step and just let you know what ingredients we have at the side as well. So first of all, they advise you to have chickpeas, spice mix, vegetable stock, bulgur wheat, tomato, mint, lemon, halloumi, Greek style natural yogurt, honey, and boiled water. So we do not have Greek style natural yogurt. We don't have the fat-free version. I accidentally didn't pick it up from a supermarket, but do you know what? We're still going to go ahead with this meal. It will still be really, really good. We've had it before. To be honest, the Greek yogurt was nice, but I personally enjoyed the rest of the meal without it as well. It was just good. So yeah, I'm going to plan to try to give you the calorie values of what we use today, so that if you guys are wanting to copy this video at home, then you're free to do so. Obviously we don't have the Greek style natural yogurt, but we do have everything else, and we also have some additional sort of spices and things just to add it in. Now this does call for the Chermoula spice mix, which we don't have. We tried to look in all the supermarkets for it. We tried to look online. You could only buy big boxes of it, which were just not going to be viable. However, what we did look up online was an alternative seasoning to the Chermoula, and apparently harissa is the one. So harissa, I'm sure you guys have probably seen, you can get it in like a paste. You often get like harissa chicken and things like that, but this is a spicy and fragrant seasoning, and it includes paprika, tomato powder, ground rail bell pepper, sugar, dried garlic, dried onion, salt, ground coriander, ground cumin, bird's eye chili flakes, coarse ground black pepper, and ground caraway. So it's also suitable for vegans as well. This is basically a very similar version to Chermoula. I did look up what Chermoula included, and most of it is in here. So this was 90p in Tesco's if you guys are looking out for it. We have our vegetable stock pot, this one, and I can assure you this one is free. It doesn't have a Syn value. I have checked on the app beforehand. So this is a free stock pot. I also have a little bit of Shemin's garam masala spice blend. Now I don't know whether I'll use this or not, but it is something that we do use to cook with now and again. It's incredibly good for putting on some chicken. We've put it on vegetables and things, so obviously I don't know how it's going to turn out taste wise, so it may be that a little bit of this might do the trick. Again, this has got multiple seasonings in it. I don't have a list of all of them, but it is meant to enhance any dish. It's what it says on here, so we might need to give a little bit of this a try. Who knows? We might not use it. We also have our chickpeas in water. So these are free on Slimming World as well, and high in protein. We have got some honey. So this is just pure runny honey. We've had it for a long time because we barely use it, but it's still in date, so it's okay. Now it's 1 Syn per teaspoon for this. Now we will just be using 1 teaspoon for myself, 1 teaspoon for my husband. So the whole meal for both of us will be 2 Syns, and obviously 1 Syn each. Now, of what ingredients I have here, this is the only Syn that you need to count in your meal if you follow the recipe, Slimming World wise. We also have some pickled pink onions. Now these are free. This one's free on Slimming World. Again, I checked on the app before I came on to speak to you guys today. This is not in the recipe, but because it is a nice flavour that I enjoy and my husband also enjoys, It's a nice subtle flavour of onion, but it's also got a little bit of a kick with the vinegar in the background, and I think it really does cut through the meal really, really nicely. So again, this is an extra speed food that I'm going to add into our meal, but I'm looking forward to this, so keep an eye out for them if you see them around. I think these ones are from Sainsbury's actually, so they are delicious, really, really nice. We have our halloumi, which is here, and we're going to be using this as our healthy extra. Now this is a big block, it's 225 grams. The halloumi healthy extra, I believe, is 35 grams of normal halloumi. If you do get the reduced fat version, you do get 45 grams, I think it is, but I couldn't find any of the reduced fat version, so this is what we have. I may use a little bit more cheese or halloumi depending on how much it looks like in the pan, but I will need to syn that, so it's just to be wary that you will need to syn anything in addition to your healthy extra A choice. I have already had one of my healthy extra A's today, otherwise I would have just doubled what we were going to be having for this one, but I also haven't had any other syns today, so I might choose to use some of my syns on the halloumi. I might not, it depends if I want to have an ice cream or something later on, which I'm not quite decided on yet. So yeah, this is a 225 grams approximate sized block, so this will last us a couple of days, and it may be that we make other things with it. I might even have some with my breakfast tomorrow, that's a good idea. So we also have this, which is our bulgur wheat. I was going to use couscous because I didn't have any bulgur wheat, but I was able to just nip up to the shop a wee while ago and get this, and of course I still forgot the Greek yogurt, but that's life. So this is the dried bulgur wheat, per 80 grams it's 72 calories, and we probably will have around about that amount, just so we're measuring it out. It's ready in 20 minutes and it's very, very low fat. It's a natural source of protein and it's suitable for vegetarians as well. Now, I haven't bought this in the shops before, but I have had it as part of this meal from HelloFresh. Now, from what I can see online, this is much more nutritious than many other alternatives, so we really did want to try to get this for our meal tonight rather than the couscous, so I'm really looking forward to having this. Also got some garlic granules, which I may or may not use, again depending on how it tastes, and if it suits us I might add a little bit of this in. We have a lemon, so I think looking at this recipe you add in your lemon zest towards the end, so I may also cut some nice little slices of lemon to pop on the top just to keep it nice and light and summery. And we also have two, I would say kind of small, on the smaller side tomatoes. It does call for you to use one medium tomato in here for two people, but actually the more tomatoes in it the better. It's more speed food and it is definitely filling up power. So that's what we've got here. So the last item we have is our mint. So we have this here, and this is where you add it in at the end with all of your sort of your couscous, and you mix it all together. Sorry, your bulgur wheat, and you mix it all together with the chickpeas, etc. as well, and your lemon juice. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this, and we're going to use our fry light just to cook our halloumi in the frying pan. So the first step is to boil the kettle and add it to the fill and boil your kettle, and then it's said heat a drizzle of oil in a large saucepan on a medium heat, high heat. We'll just be using a little bit of fry light. Drain, rinse the chickpeas in a sieve. Once the pan is hot, add the chickpeas to the pan with your spice mix, which we're going to make up our own. You then add the boiled water for the bulgur and the vegetable stock as well, stirring it in, and then bring it back up to the boil so all of it gets cooked together. You're then going to pop a lid on the pan, remove from the heat, and leave to the side for 12 to 15 minutes until you're ready to serve it up, so it keeps nice and hot. And then you will also cut up your tomatoes, you will chop up the mint leaves as well and discarding the stalks, zesting and halving the lemon, and then also cutting up your halloumi. So as we said, we'd fry the halloumi or cook the halloumi in our fry light in a frying pan. We will then, in a small bowl, well actually this is a Greek yogurt bit we don't actually have, season with salt and pepper, and the tabbouleh is when the halloumi is cooked. Remove the pan from the heat, drizzle with your honey, and stir in the tomatoes, the remaining lemon zest and mint and bulgur wheat, and mix it all together, and then just serve. And they advise you to serve it with a dollop of mint yogurt, which would be the mint yogurt that we don't have. So if you guys are wanting to add that on, that's completely up to yourself, and of course it would be free on Summerworld if you use a 0% Greek fat-free version. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind if you guys are wanting to do that. So as I said, there won't be much really for you guys to see. I'll just be really boiling up one pan, cooking the halloumi in another one. But what I will do is bring you guys back at the end. I'll let you know how many calories we have sort of cooked per portion here, and the original calorie value for this meal according to HelloFresh was 788 calories, which I can assure you is definitely from the halloumi because they advise you to have where is it here, 250 grams, so 125 grams each, and we're only going to be having 35 grams ish each. We might have a little bit more, as I said. So yeah, that's quite a big difference, but hey ho, we will see how it turns out, and I'm looking forward to showing you guys the end result. So I shall see you again in a minute. Hey guys, so we have cooked our meal and here we have it. This is the honeyed halloumi and chermoula, or should I say harissa, tabbouleh. So this is what it looks like. So I did make a conscious decision not to double my halloumi, just because I didn't want to eat up into my sins for the rest of the night. It is Friday night and I have an ice cream in the freezer that I really want to have. So I would rather fill up on the really good stuff just now, whilst I've got a treat waiting for me in the freezer for later. And I know that this is it's a really heavy plate of food, so I won't be hungry. I have eaten in moderation, which I've made a conscious decision to do, which is what it's all about. So I'll just show you my husband's one here as well. So we have got two big huge plates of food, and can I just say that I did weigh out the 80 grams of bulgur wheat, and this is how much we have. It's a massive amount of food, so I genuinely wouldn't make any more than 80 grams per person if this is what you want. I mean, a massive bowl of food like this is just fantastic. The only sins within this are the honey, which I drizzled over the top of the meal and the halloumi just at the end there, and that is 1 sin per teaspoon. Now I do have my phone here, so as I was making the meal I scanned everything that I had added into the meal for you guys at home to add it up calories wise. So it's 387 calories for this big bowl of food. Now it's full of protein, it's full of really nice flavours, and I cannot wait to taste it. So let's have a try. Try to get a little bit of tomato, onion, chickpea and bulgur wheat. That is absolutely delicious, and I honestly don't mind it not having the Greek salad, the Greek style yogurt, or the 0% Greek yogurt that you would put on top with the mint through it. I think the lemon, the pickled onions, the honey, the tomatoes and the harissa go so well together, and I am really happy with this plate of food. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this has been useful. Let me know if you make this at home, let me know how it turns out, and if you do like it, be sure to let me know in the comments. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much to all of our new subscribers as well. I am very blessed to have you guys supporting my channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I shall catch you on the next one. Bye.